Welcome to Discussing Dad Life, also known as DDL. This is Null on Void, where we talk about various topics. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like our content. Okay, so current events?
Trump indictment.
And American.
What is this number? This is number 4 for him? Three or four?
Three. I don't know, man. It's hard to fucking keep track of all the shit they're trying to charge him with that ends up being fucking fake lies. And, like, you lose your potency after the first. You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%.
Nobody buys this shit anymore.
Well, so let's go through them real quick.
I don't even know what they were technically classified as.
The first one is the one from the DA in New York, the Bragg.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to get his name out there, having to like. Well, because the statute of limitations for that crime has already expired. He technically can't even be charging for him, but he's hitting it. But he's trying some legal theory of bringing a federal law or whatever, trying to bring it down to extend the
statute of limitations.
Yeah, there you go. So that one's fun. The second one is...
Wait, what is the second one?
The documents.
Oh, yeah, the Mar-a-Lago documents.
Yeah. Mar-a-Lago got raided, and the documents.
And the third one was...
The third one... This is the third one.
This is the third one, but what? Yeah. It's the
conspiracy to commit fraud.
Oh yeah, conspiracy to commit fraud is how they labeled it. That's right.
Conspiracy to commit fraud. You know,
commit fraud.
Commit fraud.
Commit fraud.
Words are hard. No, but it's so telling though, because
dude, they're reaching, man.
Well, they're basically criminalized talking to your lawyer and coming up and exploring a legal theory.
Yeah, and that's fucked up. I mean, like. We were talking about this earlier, remember? That's literally almost verbatim what they're doing. They're just not labeling it that, but that's exactly what the fuck it is.
They're saying that he committed the crime. He's conspiring to do this. You were saying that they were actually charging some of the electorate slate that went ahead.
Yeah, I heard something about the electorates being charged too, and his attorneys and
I know his attorneys are being.
Dude, like,
I think they're. Unindicted co-conspirators is how they're referring to him currently.
Same shit.
But I'm just like, so in America, where you can actually propose legal theories to challenge things, it is now illegal if you go against what the state's determining is accurate or wrong.
You know what they're going to say too? Oh, well, we're just charging him. We won't charge you. But it doesn't matter. You just set the precedence for everything.
Well, but Donald Trump's main appeal has always been that he's standing in front of those coming.
I know what you're saying.
They're coming after you. I'm just standing in the way.
Yeah.
Right. And so
it kind of fits.
It kind of. I mean, they are throwing everything. I mean, because there's still going to be indictments coming out of Georgia, more than likely.
Yeah, that's true. That's the next one. And go ahead.
But I don't understand what those indictments are. That he was pressuring them to try to find votes. But if you actually listen to the snippets that are currently out there, you listen to what he's doing. He's not asking him to go and fabricate votes, find votes. He's asking him to go through and do your job and make sure that you count the votes that are
Find
the votes, right? Work on figuring out what's going on in your state.
I get it, yeah.
I mean, and they're just taking things out of context. And
of course they do. It's what they always do. Yeah. And then the other thing I find funny is, okay, dude, he's been begging. He's been this whole time waiting to, like, show evidence.
Yeah, we were talking about this, too.
Of the election interference.
Yeah.
I do honestly think that there was some, I'm not saying, like, all of it was election interference, but I do think that there was some shit that went down.
Well, I think every election has a little bit of that.
Yeah. But see, the thing is their main case is that he was... how did they word it? Like, there was no election interference and that he was conspiring to...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, if all he has to do is prove that there was just the tiniest little bit of fucking interference, and so then he wasn't just talking out his ass.
Yeah. Well, so what they're saying is like, it's been proven that there was no election interference, that even his own DOJ and everything was like, but what they're failing to put in the context on that is the DOJ is actually looking at it like, does it rise to a level where it is going to change the results of the election, right?
Which makes sense.
But they also look at it in a very narrow viewpoint. They're looking at each instances. Does this instance rise it? But they don't look at, okay, this instance plus this instance plus this instance. in a sum actually would affect it.
Well,
So there's some changes on that. But the other thing that's really interesting with this indictment is they're saying they're basically having to make the claim that Trump had the intention, knowingly
Yes.
intended to defraud the American people, that he knew what he was saying was a lie.
do you know how hard that's going to be to prove?
It's Donald Trump. Every fiber in that man's being
It's sarcastic.
swears that he won that election.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an impossible order to even attack.
Dude, no, I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV with fucking popcorn.
It's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be funny as fuck.
So we also did get into a little bit on the 4D chess, like that.
Yeah, he's actually...
Because, well, you said he is really good at
That's
this.
what I read somewhere, yeah.
But what I'm getting at is, like, there's a lot of people that think, like, Trump is, like, just this mastermind. He's, like, this,
Yeah.
whatever, and getting it done. And they are just like, oh, because he did this thing, like...
Oh, you're talking about...
Like, they brought in, like, they're saying something about Space Force or whatever. That
Yeah.
He had done some, like, executive orders and
Yeah.
done some things in order to counteract this eventuality, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, as much as I would love to say the dude is a genius and a mastermind like that, it's Donald Trump, man. I don't think the guy thinks much beyond like, oh, squirrel. like he's a great businessman. He knows what he's doing. I don't see the planning behind it. I've never seen the planning.
He shoots from the hip a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'll give you that. But what are you going to do if, like, for some odd reason, that's real?
I would just be amazed. I'd be like, I retract everything I said. And wow, dude, good job.
Right? So, anyways, moving on.
So, I guess moving on to the newest one is obviously this conspiracy to commit fraud. And again, there were some people that came out and talking about how this is, against cultural norms and everything.
Yeah.
But then obviously Pence was quiet.
Yeah, you didn't hear him saying a damn thing.
More or less, he's just waiting for it to come out. I mean, same with Pence is just kind of weak. I mean, he's trying to play the milquetoast politician, but
Yeah.
in this day and age, it's not right. And I keep going back to Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
The guy's already had my attention, and his drop that he did on the video after that indictment came out was impressive.
Okay.
So I know you don't know much about him.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to go ahead and just do a live react to it on his response to these newest indictments.
All right, let's hear it. I think I've seen... Yeah, let's just run it.
Country's history.
We'll just make it.
The 45th
Damn.
president of the United States,
Now we're playing.
Donald
All
Trump,
right, let's go.
has yet again been indicted by the Biden DOJ, a political party in power that is now repeatedly using police force to indict and arrest and potentially eliminate its political opponents from competition. This is a politicized prosecution. It is a political persecution.
That's true.
I
Through
agree with him.
prosecution. Now in a third indictment just in a matter of months against the person who is still at present the lead contender in the Republican primary for U.S. president. I want to be very clear. I am running for U.S. president in that same Republican primary. It would be easier for me if Donald Trump were eliminated from competition.
He's using that.
That's not
for
how
his
I want to
favor.
win. This is not about politics to me. This is about first principles.
You think he means
We
what he says?
do not want to become a
like it.
country
Or you think he's just
where the
playing
party in
politician?
power is able to use banana republic-like tactics to eliminate its political opponents.
I mean, I like what he's saying.
And I'm sad to say that's exactly where we are. The allegations in this indictment fall flat. It is wrong and incorrect and inaccurate to place blame for what happened on January 6th at the feet of Donald Trump. I said this at the time. I've said it ever since then. I continue to say it today. I would not have made the same judgments that Donald Trump did in how he handled that day. But that's different from saying that he committed a crime. He did not. He specifically told the protesters that day to behave peacefully. The First Amendment in this country gives political protesters the ability to express themselves and their opinions freely. Donald Trump was
like I
not
said, I like what he's saying.
responsible for what happened on January 6th. You want to know what was responsible? I said this in the days after January 6, 2021, just as I say it today. Systematic, pervasive censorship in this country. That was after a year where we had told people across this nation that you had to stay locked down in your house, in your basement, and shut up, sit down, do as you're told. If you question that, you're racist, you're anti-science.
Facts.
Your social media accounts were silenced. You had to stay
hoping this
home and
audio's
lock
getting
down
picked up on that.
unless you were
Yeah.
part of BLM or Antifa, in which case it was perfectly fine to roam the streets of this country and burn many of them down. That was the double standard that then applied and said that if you said the virus originated in a lab in Wuhan,
Where it
you were
did.
again a racist and had your internet
He's
accounts
moving on to
shut down.
various
Yeah.
whole
You were then
topics
told
that
you
are
had an
kind of-
election where you
He's
could
hitting
express
lots,
yourself to put
you
the
know?
right person
He's
in
on the
charge
money.
of fixing these problems, and instead, your accounts were suppressed if you sent a mere message saying that the Hunter Biden laptop story from the New York Post was real. You had your accounts locked. Even the
it
New York Post
was.
had its own account locked.
Oh yeah, but me.
And if you
I
repeatedly then tell
could
people they
express that.
cannot speak, that is
And
when they
Hillary,
scream.
you're
If you
next.
repeatedly tell people they cannot scream, that is when they tear things down. And I think we are making a grave mistake in this country by trying to pin the blame for that at the feet of one man.
Right?
If we refuse to learn our mistakes from our mistakes in the past, we are doomed to suffer an even worse fate in the future. I worry that will create a country where January 6, 2021 was a friendly parlay compared to what's actually to come.
Holy shit.
I'm running for
That's a good
president
way
to
put
make
it,
sure we
because
don't
that's
march
what's coming, dude.
towards some kind of national divorce. But the first and most important step that we as candidates
know.
can take in this race is to speak and speak forcefully
Yeah,
on the side of principle. To say that even if we're competing against Donald Trump, as I am, I do not want to see him eliminated from competition using these politicized tactics. It is wrong for our country.
hitting a lot of good
It is
points.
wrong
He
for
is.
our future. I call on my fellow candidates to condemn it. And I call on President Biden to do the right thing and drop these
Biden ain't gonna do
politicized
shit.
charges.
Except shit his pants.
That's going to be a first step towards uniting our country.
Hey, man. I mean, I like
It's
it.
another step.
Yeah,
That was good. That was good. I like that.
yeah. I mean, so it's he's impressed me this primary.
Thus far,
yeah,
have you done any research on him?
yeah. I've done a little bit of research, and the nice thing that I like about him is he's actually making rounds, and he'll actually go and he'll sit down and have a conversation. And
Really?
there's no questions off limits, to the point where, like, if this was a normal political campaign, some of the stuff he says would never get said.
Oh yeah, I think you were telling me something about that.
There was talk on like civics tests and stuff like that that no candidate would have ever said before. But I think that's the stark difference between Vivek and Pence,
Trump? Oh.
right? Is Pence is trying to do the old school political tactics of, I'm just not going to wade into the crap. Whereas in this day and age, in our culture right now, you have to wade into the
Yeah,
crap.
dude.
I mean, we have to have someone take
Lead.
and fix this. And if they don't, we're going to be SOL, you know, because this country is
Dude,
really
we're
heading
crumbling.
into a.
We're crumbling right now, and I hate to say that about our fucking country, man. Like, I love this country, but we're not doing good right now.
No, we're
you know
not.
what I mean? We're doing
not.
horrible, and we got enemies at the gate, at the border, everywhere around us.
Yep.
And now's a good time if they were going to knock off America.
BRICS is getting more and more popular. China is now, I think it's like 2/3 of the countries are main importer exporter is
Yeah.
China instead of America. I mean, we are a nation in decline, and the only
Fast.
reason we are in decline is because the Democratic Party has the agenda of destroying this nation.
Yeah, facts, dude. 100.
I mean, I don't know how else to. I know that's not what they claim they're trying to do, but
that is what they're doing.
But that is what they're doing. I don't know how else to word it. You know, Biden is pretty well out of it. I actually feel bad for the guy. I think there's whoever gets in next needs to actually go after the Democratic Party for elder abuse. I'm dead serious. I mean, what they're doing to Biden is absolutely criminal.
Biden and that one what's her name? I want to say Frankenstein's her name, but that's not her name.
Oh, Feinstein.
Feinstein, yeah, that bitch
yeah.
is not fine. Let me tell you.
She
But,
didn't
dude,
even
did
know
you-
she was out of freaking.
Thank you. That's what I was just about to say, dude. She was sitting there, and they had to tell her how to vote.
Yeah.
No, get your old ass out of here.
Well, she was gone. She had that medical emergency. She was gone for like what, 2 months or something like
Some
that.
stupid shit.
She
That
comes
just-
back and she gets asked about it. She's like, "Oh, I've been here the whole time." Like, you are obviously not in the mental state to actually be doing your job. Like, you need to leave.
She looks like that bitch off of Jimmy Neutron.
Oh my God.
No, fuck. All right.
So I mean, Vivek, I thought his response was actually pretty spot on. He is now tied for DeSantis at number 2.
Good. He needs to be above DeSantis.
I agree. DeSantis.
After watching that, I completely 100% agree with you. He needs to be like VP.
He is doing a much better campaign. DeSantis had a lot of hopes and dreams, but his campaign, I don't know what it is.
Shit, dude.
It almost seems like they're like.
I think the
like
Democrats
playing defense. No, because you remember there was some Trump fanatic fans that freaking made fun of the lead campaign manager for DeSantis's, and since then it's like she's been on like attack mode. It was something about like burnt knees or something like that. I can't even remember the whole story, but it's like since then it's just been like everything's an attack, and it's like you guys aren't touching the issues anymore. DeSantis had a good chance, but you guys have squandered it.
Yeah, I like what this guy's saying so far. So,
and I would, like I said, I would check him out.
I'm gonna do some more research when we get done today. Like I said, I'll watch some videos and stuff like that. Because
he's like a med tech billionaire or some shit like that.
So he's already got money.
He's already got money. So
like
he's
Trump.
Self-funding himself, just like Trump did.
Yeah, see, I like that shit, man.
So he's not having to.
He's not bought out by the corporation.
So he truly is just saying what he believes is right.
That's I like that.
So if I remember right, his parents came from India. He's first generation American. He's only like 34 years old.
You got to be 35 to
he's
run,
like
I thought.
Maybe he's like 38. He's right in like mid to late 30s. That kind of age.
He's in our
range.
age.
Yeah, he's in our age. He obviously has a very charismatic appearance. He speaks really well. I actually think that's not scripted. I think he
shot from the hip on that.
Yeah. Just because there was one part where like he kind of stumbled on his words and backed up, like he missaid the word, and I'm just like, that is an indicator that that's why I think he's genuine.
Yeah.
Or at least that's why, unless he's like a mastermind and has like it scripted out to do that, right? But if that's the case, then damn, dude, like,
you're good, man.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
So, oh God, yeah. So, final thoughts on Trump's indictments, bud. What are you thinking?
Fucking stupid. I told you, I'm just gonna pay attention and watch with my popcorn while I'm working at home and shit. And just, what did they say now? What are they doing? What the fuck?
Oh gosh. Yeah. So I guess real quick. So on the 3 indictments that are out there, do you think Trump's going to get found guilty on any of it?
Fuck. If he's found guilty on any of them, people are gonna be pissed because everybody knows that they're bogus.
Yeah.
So
that's not true.
Well, it's not that they're bogus, but like
no, not everybody. That's what I'm saying is not true. It's because there's probably about 50% of this nation that truly believes that he did something illegal, and there's 50%
I agree. I see what you're saying now.
So that does beg the question of what goes on in 2024. Let's say it is Biden and Trump. What's going to happen if Trump wins?
Dude,
the Democrats are not going to believe that it was real.
Yeah.
What happens if Biden wins? It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? I don't really necessarily know what's going to go on. I just know that we're so fractured that it doesn't matter anymore.
No, it doesn't. And something has to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't think that whatever is going to happen, no matter which avenue you look right now, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
No matter what, dude.
Yep.
Like, let's say this new guy, Vivek wins. It's going to be a Republican. The Democrats are still going to be pissed. And further, it doesn't matter.
But the simple fact that he's from India, his
I
ethnicity's from India, it actually starts stripping away the power.
It does, but do you think that they're really going to care at that point?
Well, no, because, I mean, according to them, if you're black and you didn't vote for Biden, you're not black.
Exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter. They'll just change.
They're just racist piles of crap that only care about their power.
Yep, and if you're black and you support Trump, you're an Uncle Tom or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. They are set, like you were saying a minute ago, they are set on one path right now.
There's a term that they use. They're just like
radical.
That like if it's a black guy who supports Trump, they're just like they're internalizing their whiteness or something like that. And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys are so focused on the stupid craps. But going back to my question, so let's go with indictment 1, the one out of New York. Do you think he's going to get found guilty on that?
Which one was the first one again?
That's the one that the statute of limitations. It's
No,
the Stormy Daniels payout or buyout.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening.
You don't think he's going to get found guilty?
Not on that one.
I will say just because it's New York. And
That's right. It is in New York.
I don't think it matters. I think he could have been charged with dropping a peanut butter sandwich and he would have been found guilty.
That's true. I forgot that.
Murder or something like that. It's New York. They're going to convict
him.
But
is that a misdemeanor? What is that?
I think they're trying to get it up. No, they had to increase it into a felony in order to something about
for it to even take effect.
Limitations, right? But yeah,
but see, then he can appeal that.
Oh, it doesn't matter because it's going to go through the New York State. I mean, New York State's not going to overturn it. But at the same time, I don't really think it matters because
he said he's going to run from prison.
Everyone in Texas is going to look at that and just be like, well, that's just New Yorkers doing New Yorkers. Everyone in Idaho is going to be like, yeah, that's just New Yorkers being New Yorkers.
Dumbasses.
We're not. No one in the red areas or even in independent and libertarian areas are really going to view that with any sense of
hostility.
Seriousness. They're just going to be like, yeah, that's just you guys just being politically
bitch made,
I guess.
It's just so like they're playing political games. They really are, and it's something needs to happen, but yet at the same time, we don't know. Like I don't know, man. We can't stick together. We can't do anything. As a whole.
Yeah.
But that's what people need to do. They need to stick together. They need to help their brother, their fellow man, and fix this shit, man. And this guy sounds good, but I seriously don't think it matters. If he's elected, if Trump's elected, if another Democrat's elected, it doesn't matter because this place is going one way. And one way only.
So you're kind of black-pilled on this.
On this one, yeah.
No. See, I'm holding out hope. I'm at the gray pill right now. I'm
hoping. The gray pill.
I don't know how else to say it, man. I'm hoping that we can get like an outsider like Vivek in, and that he can start correcting it.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
If we take a look at what's going on with Budweiser's down like what, 320 million from sales in second quarter, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
just
insane
a massive amount, and that's not even including their market cap that they were doing. I mean, their stocks took a huge hit. So it almost seems like America is starting to wake up to this woke ideology, this woke crap that's the Democrats are forcing down. And I think that that gives me hope that we're waking up and that we're going to start getting back to some some mediocrity where we're talking between the two, right? Instead of this extremist
normalcy back.
What I do find, so there are so many people online that I know and I talk to that are saying that the right has gone extreme, and I'm just like,
how?
They're the leftists. They don't understand that they're the ones that have gone way off to the left. The right's actually shifted left.
I think
But since the rise of the left, since the radicalization of the left, that right that had been moving left is now starting to react against it and starting to push back and starting to move back to the right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So it's some very stupid shit.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to figure something out again.
Okay. So first indictment, we both agree that because it's New York, they're going to find him guilty.
Yeah.
Second indictment, the one out of Florida, the documents charge.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
That one I think has the most
merit
to it, and that's the one that I'm a little bit more worried that he could actually be guilty of a crime there. I'm not saying he is, but based on what's in the media and based on breakdowns that I've listened to so far.
But the law says that he's allowed to have those documents. I thought
the law gives him permission to declassify them, but there's still defense secrets where after he leaves office he should have returned them, right?
But weren't the documents that he had already declassified? According
to them, no. But according to others that are in the know as well, they're just like, well, he didn't have those documents.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but what's his nugget? That Jack whatever
Smith.
Yeah, Jack Smith has actually increased the amount of charges on there to account for some of the other things that
are. Oh my god, dude! See, I didn't even know about that.
That's the only one that I'm a little more. I still think that going by the law, it almost seems like he should not be found guilty on that one. But that's the one I'm like.
Saying that you're going to get him on?
No, they could get him on, and that's the one that they There's too much gray area in there for me to break down. That's the one I'm worried about. This new one, that is just political persecution.
No,
right so think about it like this too. So you remember Burisma, right? And Donald Trump's perfect phone call with what's his nugget, the thug out of Ukraine.
Oh, what's his name? Zelensky.
Yeah, Zelensky.
The thug. I just got that.
So, the Biden was basically paid off by Burisma in order to kick out that prosecutor, right?
Which we heard.
The documents are there. The testimony's been out there.
Yep.
That is put to bed fact. That used to be a conspiracy. That
is a fact.
Again, conspiracies tend to be turning true, especially when it's against the Democrats. But so Donald Trump got impeached for basically asking, "What's going on with this?"
Yeah,
that's all he basically asked. What's going on with this? Can you look into it? Now you're using political power to go after your main political opponent, even though Biden wasn't even running at the time that this happened. But now Biden's DOJ is doing it, but like 1,000 times worse.
But see, doesn't like everybody sees this, but nobody's doing anything. That's the only way this shit's gonna change, in my opinion.
I agree. But I don't know how it's gonna change unless voting out the Democrats, but that's never going to happen.
No, they made sure that they can't get voted out.
My controversial take is at this point, with seeing how corrupt the Democratic Party is, it almost makes sense that we no longer grant them the power or the perks of being a Democratic or a political party. It seems like they're now more like a mafia.
Yeah.
And we should start treating them like a criminal organization.
I mean, I agree with you. Because anybody, one of us, any normal, everyday, American would have done one of those things that they've been doing. Mm-hmm. It would have been extortion or bribery, and we gone the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this needs to be fair. Because
Hunter Biden's a prime example of that. He's not even in the Democratic Party, but his father is the president. So he's getting that sweetheart plea deal.
Yeah.
And then the judge finds out about the sweetheart plea deal, basically started looking into it. And he's, but if it was you would have gone to prison for what, 30, 40, 50 years probably?
I almost went to prison for something I did not do. They tried to say I committed perjury on the stand one time, and they tried to give me 14 years for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. But that's where I think a lot of people in this country are getting frustrated because they know if they would have put themselves in that position, it would not be going down like that.
No.
You know, and everybody has a right to be pissed off about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what are we going to do about it? That's what y'all need to figure out. What are we going to do about this? Not you, not me, but we.
Yeah. So I think Tulsi Gabbard kind of had the spot on. I mean, she was a Democrat, but she recognized what was going and she left the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
I wish more Democrats would follow her lead.
There was another black lady, too, that switched sides.
Yeah, and then was told all those racist things from the left and everything. You know, it was ridiculous, right? But what I'm getting at is I don't think Democrats have it wrong. I think there's the elite, the establishment Democrats that are...
The swamp.
Yeah, that are doing very criminal things. But then you have people like Tulsi. I don't agree with her on some things. I do agree with her on other things. She does a very good job. She's a Democrat. She is through and through a Democrat. But she's not a Democrat anymore. And those... I have a hope that more Democrats will start realizing how corrupt and how criminal the Democratic Party has become and starts leaving it to form the actual true Democratic Party back.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, I guess.
I don't think it's... I don't know. I truly...
It's nice to hope, though.
You bring up a really good point. How do we, as a group, fix this? And it's going to take us coming together.
It's going to take all of us.
And ousting these politically corrupt individuals. I think we need to start limiting our...
Term limits?
Yeah. Start limiting... Well, term limits are good, but I was also referring to limiting the power that the federal government has.
Yeah, right. They're not going to give away their power.
Well, I think the states need to start ratifying and going back and telling the federal government to piss off a little bit. Our federal government has gotten too extreme where now instead of being community
but they
focused,
literally, they have everybody all the way down to the state level in their pockets.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. It's
Dude, you see it on the news, and nobody's like, nothing.
Well, we can't do anything. Well, that's not true. I mean, it seems like we can't do anything.
So we can do something. We can, and we need to.
Yeah.
But like, we'll probably get censored for this. You know what I mean? Just for saying the way we're saying it right now. But it needs to happen.
That is true.
Something needs to happen, and people, like I said, need to get together, and we got to figure something out, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we were going to move on to some pop culture.
Yeah.
So we were talking that
You know,
Jason
serious
Aldean's.
shit.
We were talking Jason Aldean and that Try That in a Small Town.
Yeah.
And
But you hadn't heard.
I haven't heard the Tom MacDonald's American Flags or whatever. So
All right. So Tom MacDonald.
Yeah.
And Adam Calhoun. Oh man, I love
I do
this
like
song.
Adam Calhoun.
I love this song.
The guy's pretty good. So they've done a song in the past.
Dude,
before,
6.4 million views in 9 days.
That's insane.
Right?
Only 340 Ks though, or likes. Ks.
Where is it?
Right down. Right
Oh
down,
yeah. 338,000 likes. That's still a fuck ton.
That is.
I'm lucky if I get 2.
So go ahead and swap us over to the React screen.
All right.
Oh, you didn't need to make it big, dude.
That's all right.
Oh no, because it's gonna.
Is it gonna mess with it over there?
It's gonna mess with it over there. Yeah, I made it so it stays over this way. So go ahead and hit play.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again. You a punk, you a clown, better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog.
We don't give a what.
100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog.
We think that you suck.
My patriots the craziest, they ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, no safety tip, just aim the stick and spray the clip. I pray you miss, cause if you don't, they gon' go wacko. Automatic gun smoke like tobacco. Never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them, there's these, that goes. I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem, smack them. I don't give a damn, can't stand them. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. Run up in your mansion, leave it all abandoned. I was raised to be brave, to the grave, United States. We love the country that they've been corrupting. Go woke and go broker if you ain't awake.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
I forget that Adam
American flags.
Yeah.
American flags.
Hey, the big boy.
Yeah.
And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American
Got that
flags.
AKA all Draco, leave you stankin', break your ankles. I'm not hearing what you saying. Hit the pavement, now you seeing angels. It get dangerous, go against the Patriots. Got all the bangers. Take a look inside my closet. You gon' see way more than hangers, hammers like I do construction. Ammo, I'ma shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns? So we could just go do some hunting. You must not pay close attention. Government, they want division. Only treason if you lose. I guarantee we come out winning. Let my flag fly high like eagles. I would die for
Sorry,
all
I'm
my
getting, like,
people.
zoned
You
into
can't
it.
change me
I
with
told you, dude.
procedures. I'm about freedom, you about evil. Leave you hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers in cathedrals. Never have the
really good
safety
thing
on it.
to
When we run out,
Yeah.
we just reload.
People
Nova
of this
Rockefeller.
country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. Every time we pull up, you see stars, you see stripes, you see flags
I like
on the
the
cars
jets
and the
in the
trucks and the
That's okay.
bikes. Every time we pull up, we go hard, we outside, we got flags on our arms that are
I
tatted
wonder
there
if
for
they legit
life.
got him to do
Every
this,
No,
or
they're
if it's
pull
like
up,
CGI.
we
yeah,
don't care if you mad. We
know
cherish
what it
this
would cost
land.
to
The
get those
haters
things?
can't get
Oh,
buried in rags.
Millions.
They set fire
Yeah.
to old glory, turning fabric to ash. But every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
So CGI.
American flags.
I was gonna say they look really crisp and clear for like. So yeah, it makes sense.
And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
Yeah.
God damn, that was good.
I
Man.
told you.
So I know that the Jason Aldean song is like peaking at like number 1 on the billboards or whatever, and it's like the first country song in forever to actually like break the like top 100 or something like that. And I don't understand it because I've listened to the song and I'm just like, okay, I
listened to it too.
I can see why it's controversial, like, or why the left's trying to take controversial at it, but it's not. Like as the song goes, it's not that good of a song.
I'm not a big country fan, so I agree with you that it's not that good of a song. But I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think it's a good song because it explained honestly what happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad song in that context. I just don't like country, and that's my own personal thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I guess. I'm not a country fan either.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the song did good, but it didn't. It really wasn't. Like,
it wasn't graphic. It wasn't racist.
It wasn't really controversial.
Yeah.
Like in
was like,
anything.
what
I listened to it and I'm expecting it to like say some stupid
Fucked up
crap,
shit.
like right. And I'm just like, well, no, that is legitimate. Like that is a standard.
But it
country
goes,
song.
It goes, but it goes against what they're trying to portray. So it's fucking racist.
I'm just like, after watching this one, I'm like, this is the one that they should be going after as controversial. And
oh, dude, he's done some reactions to like people's comments. It's funny.
I am a Tom MacDonald fan.
As am I.
More or less just because there was actually a beef that he was in with, was it Mac? Not Mac Miller. Mac Lethal. Mac Lethal.
Yeah, Lethal Mac. Lethal.
Yeah, because I like Mac Lethal as well. I think does some pretty good underground stuff.
Of his.
I'm not like a huge fan, but there's some stuff that I like of his.
Yeah.
But anyway, they started going tit for tat and whatnot, and that's actually what got me on to Tom MacDonald. And then I started listening to like Snowflake was really good.
Oh, that was a good one.
The one where he's standing on
White
top of like the
boys.
burnt out.
Yeah.
The White Boys is good. Or I built
Don't
this house.
say
you know?
that.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, holy crap! Like this guy actually has some very interesting stuff to say, and he does it so well lyrically.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like. I'm not a lyricist in any way, shape, or frickin' form. So when I recognize someone or when I can see someone that's taking a very controversial topic and putting it in a format that people can enjoy, I'm just like, dude, you're one of the better ones that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You know, he's not my favorite artist, but I definitely enjoy listening to his music.
Yeah.
Which is why it is slightly of a shock that I have not actually listened to this before.
Dude, I told you it was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. So,
what do you guys think?
Yeah. You know what? Who's your guys' favorite artist?
Out of what? These two?
No. Just in general. Who's your favorite artist? Jason Aldean or Tom MacDonald?
Oh, out of those two, Tom
Yeah,
MacDonald.
yeah, those two.
Out of those two, Tom MacDonald.
Yeah. I think
And Calhoun in this one.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to too much of his, but I mean,
dude, he has the racist song that he does.
I haven't heard it.
I can't remember if that's actually the title, but he's talking from like a viewpoint of like a white trailer trash, and then like a thug growing up in the neighborhood.
Oh, sounds
Like it's very, very interesting. And I started looking into kind of his background. I guess he actually grew up in some really predominantly bad areas. I think like
you'd be
in
surprised
Chicago
that
or
happens
something
a
like
lot more often than people think. Man.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm just like,
everybody has that person in their culture of ethnicity, me, that goes through some shit. Like white people, they call them trailer trash or crackers or honkies or whatever. You know what I mean? Then black people got the ghettos and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And the Mexicans got the barrios. But everybody has that person. And then in those areas, and in that you always find those crazy ones that are just out of the norm. Like they don't belong there, and you're like,
yeah.
All right, I see you.
And the funny thing is that's happened probably all through history, and there's usually enough respect between there because
exactly.
I mean, like even Eminem went through that whole crap too. I mean, like, but the simple fact he's way off on the left on a lot of that stuff. So I kind of stopped having a little bit of respect for him. I
still listen. Dude,
I respect
good.
his music. I mean, he's probably the best, if not the best, within the top two of all time rappers.
I think they still classify him as up there. So
I just don't agree with him politically.
Yeah,
or
no,
anything like
definitely
that.
not.
So when he does his like, I don't check out any of his other stuff. I'll just listen to his music.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty much all I do.
you know,
If something new pops up, I listen to it. But
So, yeah.
anyways,
Let us know what you guys think of the song, and let us know what you think of Vivek Swami. Or if you don't like
Mr. Salami.
Mr. Salami, if you don't like Vivek, who are you hoping actually is a good challenger, someone that can kind of start righting the ship? You know.
And what are you guys going to do if Trump does get charged and he can't be president?
Well, I think there's nothing preventing him from doing it. I'm
Even
pretty
if
sure
he gets convicted?
I'm pretty sure Donald Trump is arrogant and egotistical enough
He'll
that
do
if he gets charged and thrown in prison, he will still continue to run for president.
He'll do it.
And if he wins, pardon himself.
I fucking love it, dude. I love that, man.
I don't see any other way. There's no way Trump's going to bow out or do anything. The smart political thing for him to do would be like, take
Ride
a look,
this bitch out.
like with Vivek coming out and actually saying like, oh, I would pardon Trump for this. I would end these blah, blah, blah. If Trump was smart from political and wanted to actually just get out and stop dealing with all the bullcrap,
But he doesn't want to.
he would just basically say, you know what, I'm going to bow out. Vivek's my guy. All you guys go vote for Vivek. Vivek would be the fucking contender, and I guarantee he would win.
Yeah, I agree with you. Anyways,
So-
let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please leave us a comment on anything you want to hear us discuss. Something you disagree with. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then,
Peace.